Hello, everyone. We're back this week once more with some Blades in the Dark.
Greetings.
Yes, indeed. How have you all been, my fine compatriots? What have you been up to this last lovely week?
Pretty good. Been getting my butt kicked at Arkham Horror a lot lately, and working, and that's about it.
With the Arkham Horror card game, do you just like play on your own, or is it
Yeah, you
like?
can play it solo. That's how I have been playing it for the most part. Today, I actually had a chance to play with my roommate's son,
Oh,
and
nice.
we got our butts handed to us. Um, and it's kind of cool building like different decks and trying them through the campaign. Also, like
You just like you play against like a campaign deck sort of thing.
it's like a self-running deck. It's not too long. It's easy to like pick up. It's actually it takes a little more time to clean up than anything. Um, and then the the community puts out like some custom scenarios and things. So I've been chatting with people there and
That's
doing
cool.
stuff. So yeah, it's fun.
Anyone else? Cool things going on, Andrew? What you been up to?
I don't know, like working, working at a job.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we started a new Apocalypse World game on Misclicks.
Yeah, so hype. I'm looking forward to
I'm
that.
playing a child thing,
I
which is it's a good time.
Yeah, and what about you, Catalyst?
I
What's
mean,
new?
I've been working, but I also started prototyping my own robot.
Yeah,
So that will either go well or horrible. Probably horrible for a very long time. And all right.
hell yeah.
Please keep all of
Robots.
your limbs.
Yeah,
I hope this little thing does not take off a limb. Uh,
make sure you program into it the laws where it can't hurt you or whatever. You don't
well,
want it to
I mean,
become self-aware and then kill you.
I mean, that was, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Making self-aware is really hard. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not
to make
like
it
just a half
self-aware.
plan.
And that's AI. That's not robotics. I'm not doing AI work here.
Don't accidentally stumble into that.
Yeah, don't accidentally do AI work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's possible. I don't know. You put a zero where there should be a one. You end up with intelligence. Takes over the world.
Sure.
I don't know.
It's a little far-fetched.
Uh, yeah, I mean, the laws are actually written by a science fiction writer who has a biochemistry degree. So,
I mean, whatever.
So we're doomed.
essentially.
Well, you better write some better laws then. I guess. That's all I'm
Maybe?
saying. Me, I've been doing fine as well. Nothing really going on except for the Roll20 business that we've been doing, and
It's been
yeah.
really quiet though. Nothing intense has
Oh yeah,
happened.
nothing intense, nothing super traumatic has happened at all.
Well, that's good.
I,
I mean,
side note, I heartily suggest if you're not following the D&D and Apocalypse World games from the Roll20 channel, you do that because Andrew and I are in that as well, and it's lovely fun.
Good stuff.
nothing traumatic has happened since we stopped playing.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a message from someone. I don't know, like I can't remember who it was exactly, but I got a tweet or something from someone whose exact message to me was something like, um, every time Heron and Trench just get to stand around and be evil at each other, like that's their favorite scene. So I guess
You're doing
good.
something great.
I guess good. Good.
Excellent.
Good. Cool. Well, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I guess I'll hand it off to you, dear hyena,
The
to
pressure.
to
Okay.
suit us up for today.
Welcome to another session of John Harper's Blades in the Dark. So yeah, we left off with a party and an art heist
Hell yeah, we
that
did.
was quite lucrative for the Firebirds. You Raffaello, one of the members you have found out of the Circle of Flame, was doing an art showing in Brightstone, and you managed to secure some invites there. And there was a new member of your crew, Agni, aka Whip, who,
She's nice.
yeah, she lived up to her name, and
Agni's great.
yeah, and so as a mild distraction, she killed a man in the middle of the gallery, allowing
Whatever, he was asking for it. He wanted his wife back.
Look, all they said was make a distraction.
It's true. It is
It
all
worked.
we said.
And so I think, well, I don't think you've all been wanted by the Bluecoats. I think you've been laying low for a little while. And Andrew, I believe you said you wanted to bring Croak back, or
Hmm. Yeah, Croak's been laying low by being out of the city.
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess it's at this point now. It's like a month later or
Yeah,
so.
we'll like skip some time, I guess.
Yeah. And so Lightning Rail rolls back into town, and pulls into the station, and you and Bell come back with you, I take it?
I mean, I hope so.
Yes.
No,
Left
Bell.
them to die.
Get killed in
No,
the
Bell
background.
died. Yeah.
Yeah, down in Severos. Yes. So yeah, you've had a great time, and Bell's like, that was quite an adventure. I figure you're looking at the lightning rails and everything on the map. You probably made it down to somewhere in Severos and spent a little bit of time there over the course of the month.
Yeah, we went like as far south as we could.
Yeah, and then now you're back, and you know,
Back in town.
while in Severos, there was a great deal of like open space. There were a lot of plains, and a lot of the area is where the Severosi ride their horses, and there's just like some outposts, like outpost towns on the outskirts of the continent. So you stayed there, / maybe ventured a little further afield. And in the meantime, while this is happening, as the train pulls in one morning, Cricket, what have you been up to over the course of the month?
Over the course of a month, I have probably been talking to my various people in high places. Andril, definitely, because I'm always talking to Andril. And I've probably visited Roslyn as well at some point. Andril's my vice, so, you know, spending time with Andril.
This is my vice, Andrew.
This is my vice, Andril. I think I introduced him to the idea that I was some kind of criminal, kind of recently.
Right, you've got that project you're working on, right?
And so I'm sort of trying to recruit him at the moment
Okay.
as like an actual asset, which is which is coming along.
Good. Yeah, and like I said, his father has been getting sicker, and so there's been some like intra-family politics going on that he's been a little bit distracted by.
Andril has older siblings, though, right?
Yes,
So-
yeah. He is a younger son.
That's what I thought.
And then Rosalind, she is also in the process of, her family is trying to arrange some sort of marriage for her, as nobles are wont to do.
Yeah.
And she hasn't been super thrilled by the prospect, but at the same time, like, she's kind of raised in that life, and so
She's kind of used to the idea.
yeah, so she's not like thrilled about it, but she's not like, I'm going to I'm going to run away and join you right now. It's just like, well, what can you do?
But yeah.
And then, yeah, go ahead.
Other than that, I'm probably trying to scope out any potential job locations. Rubik's was talking about with our little newest gang of ruffians, talking about like taking some more territory. So I'm or like some more area for for us to expand. So
Mhm.
I've probably been looking into that. Let me just open our sheet here and take a look.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Rubik's, what have you been up to?
Well, Rubix has been working on the gang itself. So he has probably done some minor jobs here and there with the new rooks. He has also been establishing his network of people. So now with weaving the web,
Yeah.
he kind of knows a lot about a lot, or at least
So
where to find people.
you've been spending the month like carousing and consorting and training and dealing with.
Yeah, like Rubik has been extremely busy doing one thing or the other. It doesn't really seem like he sleeps anymore.
Uh-oh.
Side note, did we get the +2 coin for our burglary job on top of the coin that we would have
That's a
gotten?
good point. I
Because
don't
we have
believe
our
you did.
fence, so we can grab
All right.
2 more coin on top of the coin that we had.
Where are you keeping all this money?
That's a good question.
It should go to each of the two of you because I pulled
Right,
one.
you had the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, so 1 each
Well-
to the 2 of us. So I actually have some pocket coin. That's lovely.
Hooray.
Maybe we want to spend one coin out of the crew to like set up for this next job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think probably we do.
Well, I was gonna say, since it's been a month, I'm gonna give you all one downtime action.
Oh, okay.
That like makes sense fictionally for you. So
All
Croak,
right.
your options may be a little limited. You getting back in town, but if you want to like have acquired an asset or something like that while you were away, that's cool by me. But it sounds like Elf, you have a pretty good lead in.
I mean,
what-
I'm either working on a long-term project of recruiting Androl, or I'm setting us up for another hit on some turf, basically.
Okay, and
I was looking at the informants because we get extra die for gather info scores, and it's off of our main area there, so that might be something we want to look at. Or we could just go for some like regular kind of land. I don't know what you guys think about that.
More turf is always good.
yeah, having just straight up turf will make it mean
Yeah.
you need one less rep to advance.
Yeah.
I think turf makes a lot of sense for us. to
And
be
it leads
working
us into gambling dens, which I think is something we should be looking into definitely. So
Yeah, we should head out into that part of
yeah. So I think you're right. We're just looking for like a tenement, building or something that like a little residential area that we could co-opt as turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to like take the area around where Scannon was, where you?
Oh yeah, that guy. Yes. Those like townhouse buildings is probably like a good way to go.
Yeah, because that'll be adjacent to our existing
To our existing
hunting ground.
stuff.
That sounds
Whose
pretty.
hand is it in though? It's in the hand of the Red Sashes, I think.
It's gonna be the Red Sashes or the Crows. I think.
Well, we saw Red Sash guards there when
You
we were-
did.
when we
Yeah.
were
So
there.
yeah, the Red Sashes
So
are the
it's
one.
probably the Sashes. Which is a little awkward because I'd prefer not to deal negatively with them.
Well, then maybe let's take some different turf from the crows, maybe.
Yeah.
We could start wiping out the crows. The next thing.
Alternately, we could contact the Hive. I feel like I'm also interested in that. And we've got this Circle of Flame thing going as well now. I mean, they don't like us, but it's there,
Okay,
But
here's
they've
the
noticed
thought.
you.
Well, they've noticed one of us.
We could petition the hive to like give us a playground, essentially. Just be like, hey, we want to steal things.
Well, because they operate in like night market and stuff. Like
They
have-
operate. The Hive actually operates all over the place. They
Oh,
they
okay.
do contraband, and so they don't have like a centralized location. They have like storehouses and fences and everything.
But assuming we do something for them, maybe they would give us their like blessing to screw with a certain area.
to like, yeah, do some thieving in their area if we
Yeah.
like give them a cut or something.
Yeah, that might be worth it.
Yeah.
That might be worth it.
Well, if you would like, you are welcome to gather some info and try and contact someone in the hive.
Are you better at gathering info than me, Rubik's? Probably.
I would
Very
assume so.
likely.
Sean,
Yes, Andrew.
I want to call Croak's vacation a training downtime action, essentially.
Okay.
Should it be for insight or resolve? What would I learn while abroad?
What would you learn while you're abroad? Let's see. There's the characters. Let me look at those abilities really quick. I think, I mean, you could really make a case for either one of those because either the focus would be on like the interesting things that you and Bell saw while you were in Severos, while you're in the town there, and you know just the change of pace, the change of sights. Maybe you got inspired for some ideas for some new gadgets or something you saw down there,
Or the
or
other one, right, is the different people.
the different people, and also just your time with Bell in general. You know, just
Yeah.
like
So once again, it is your call.
But yeah,
Well-
I think either of those is perfectly okay.
All right. On a 1, 2, 3.
Doing the roll. Can't decide. Doing the roll.
Yeah. On a 1, 2, 3, it's insight. On a 4, 5, 6, it's resolve. Cool. I'll
Resolve.
take 1 resolve XP.
Cool. So what do you roll for your gather info there, Rubik's?
I'm not entirely sure.
I mean,
Depends on how you want to
it
gather.
depends on how you're gathering the
It
info.
makes sense for consort.
Yeah.
You
Right, I
also
can-
get +1 die because it's downtime.
And plus, or yeah. Yeah.
So you want to make a downtime action to gather info on like the hive? Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 is pretty okay. You managed to get in touch with some agents from the hive. There is 1 moment. There's an Akarosi woman by the name of Ashlyn,
Okay.
and she basically she is dressed very well. She has she doesn't wear a lot of like jewelry or anything like that because I mean she works out of Crow's Foot and there's thieves everywhere. But for the area, she's dressed remarkably well. She has a really nice pair of glasses on, and she agrees to, like, the word gets out that you're looking around, and she invites you into there's like a small like hole in the wall tavern that she meets you at,
Okay.
and you notice that there's not anybody else around when you go there.
Oh, wonderful.
She says, what can I do for you? Rubik's, is it?
Well, it's good to know that my name gets around.
We've heard of your activities.
Well, we are looking to gain some favor with you and your colleagues.
Yes.
Now, we would like to do some business, but it would be rude not to give an offer of some sort.
What are you offering?
Well, we scratch your back, you scratch ours.
She leans forward. She says, let me tell you what I know. We're aware that for whatever reason, you have some dealings with Andrew Kinglaive.
That is correct.
Yes. Well, we've done some shipping for him before. His family deals in some smuggled goods from time to time.
I see.
We could use him as a better agent. If you could secure a deal with us, with him, with the family, however you'd make it happen, to make our job easier at the docks, that would be great.
That sounds plausible.
And we also know you, well, the Red Sashes are on the rise. They deal their drugs. They deal nice drugs. Makes them a lot of money. We'd like to see some of that money. They currently are going through unapproved channels, let's say. We would like to approve those channels.
I will see what I can do for that.
Yes. Well, if you do,
One moment, someone is continuously ringing my doorbell, so I have to go
okay.
check.
No problem.
We'll go back to yeah. We'll leave that there, and then we'll come back. Yeah, Cricket. What are you doing then?
Well, I guess if Rubik's is doing the information gathering, I will continue my long-term project of making Andril an actual asset of ours.
Okay. And what are you doing? Were you taking Andrew or meeting Andrew or?
Well, I mean, I meet up with him the way I always do, which is like, in through the window, basically.
Okay. So yeah, you go to Brightstone, just like scale the wall.
Yeah, of course,
Um,
as is the only charming way for a rogue to enter a building. So I meet him at the estate.
okay.
And I spend some time sort of talking with him, or I want to at least.
Yes.
About what went down at Raffaello's art show, and how much we made off of it, basically. And I give him one of my personal coin as his cut.
Oh, okay. Because
Because there's nothing that'll convince someone to do illegal stuff than the stars in their eyes of money.
Yes. That's fine. He's like, well, thank you. Even though his face, he lights up when you get, because he's like, this is illegal coin I've gotten. Because I mean he's got money, so it's not like a big,
but it's
he's
like the illicit feeling of it, you
Yeah.
know,
And he's like, yeah, no, things have been different since then.
different.
Raffaello is, well, I don't know. Like he's often in noble circles, but I feel awkward when he's around now. Like he knows something.
He doesn't know anything. He doesn't have any idea who stole anything from him, as far as I'm aware.
He says, I don't know. I don't know why I'm worried about a painter, but that's
I mean, you're right to be cautious. Like, every avenue of information is potentially, problematic, but I think we got this one sort of nipped in the bud, My friends are quite good at dealing with things like that. And I am very quick and very quiet.
yes. He says, I can't believe Agni killed someone. That's and,
Well, I mean, you've seen her at other parties, right?
not like that.
Seems like it's kind of her thing.
Maybe I don't know. This is all a little exciting but a little frightening at the same time.
No, of course. But it's all right. I mean, we're working on it together. It's fine. Don't be so concerned. It's gonna be okay.
All right. Well, with you, Teslin, I won't worry.
Never let you down before, and I don't plan to start now.
All right. Give me, what kind of roll are we doing here?
I guess it's a sway.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just talking.
You're not going to hit him with the whole, but isn't the danger exciting in a sexy way?
Well, I mean, it is. But that's, I don't need to convince him of that, I don't think.
Yeah, he's already on board.
He's already on board. Let's be real. Boom.
Nice.
Okay. What's your clock look like here?
It's 2 out of 8.
Okay. Well, since you spent a coin, like that has the downtime that like increases the effect basically. So you can go from a 6 to I guess a critical, which is 5 dots on the clock.
Sweet deal. Wait, a critical is 5, like...
Yeah, 5 ticks on your clock.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. So that brings you up to like what,
7 out of 8, yeah.
7 out of 8, yeah. So like while you're talking, at some point he like reaches forward and he grabs your wrist and he's like, "It seems I've caught you now, you fiendish criminal. I'll report you to the inspectors."
No, please, don't.
Yeah. And it kind of goes.
Anything but that. Fall onto bed, enjoy time together from there. I'm going to spend my other coin that I have, because I have 2,
Sure.
and just finish that up.
Oh,
Just,
okay.
And just take another...
Just finish the.
Yeah, just take
Yeah.
another stab at that. So there we go. So
Okay.
spending a little more time and a little more money gives us the lovely Andrel Kinklaith as a asset.
Oh, so he's my boyfriend now too?
No, he's my boyfriend now. You just get to use him professionally.
No,
Okay.
he's everyone's boyfriend.
Yeah, this is fine. Share and share alike.
Get out of here.
Sharing's caring.
Sharing is caring? Yeah, okay.
You belong to the crew now.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh, it's a lovely time. Once
Okay.
my PDF decides to finish loading here, we gotta make him a cohort. So let's
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, what kind of cohort is he?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because there are like templates for this. Basically.
Yeah, are there?
Yeah.
Is there a thing?
A cohort can be a gang or an expert when you create.
So Andrel Kinklaith is some kind of expert. What kind of expert is Andrel?
What
I
kind?
mean, expert lovemaker, clearly.
I mean, what type of experts can we have?
It just there's no like list of expertise types. So
I think you just kind of like pick a thing.
yeah, I think like just going among the
Feel like you would be a
in with the nobility, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's like expert just for his blood, but I was just wondering if there's anything he's good at.
He has expert blood. Only the finest blood.
I say his good thing is he's quality 2,
Okay,
and he's connected to
nobles.
yeah, nobles and like specifically like the scene. Not so much like I mean politics is like a part of that, but he's
Yeah, but like the
He's a socialite.
the
Yeah, he's a
part the
social
party
media.
scene. Yeah.
I would say his edge is loyal.
Is somebody writing this or should I?
You should probably write that down.
I mean, here, let's make an entry for him
Yeah,
in
let's
our
just-
cohorts.
Just add a cohort.
I'm doing it right now.
All right. All right. Got ourselves an Andrel Kinklaith.
Ooh. So before I had to go let in a locked room or locked out roommate,
Uh-oh.
I was going to ask if I was able to spend that additional coin that we got or additional downtime.
I mean, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Andrel is literally an edgelord. I mean, I don't think he's an edgelord. He does paint his face and
so
like
he's loyal but principled, so he won't murder anybody and
but he's quality 2 as well.
yeah, he's quality 2.
Hell
so-
yeah.
Oh, I just deleted everything. Oh no.
No. The entire gang, it's all gone.
So we're just
All right.
entering a
So
cohort.
I want to spend that coin,
Sure.
and I would like to go talk to some more flexible blue coats. I'm going to try talking to them and
How do you
really try to get his home address from them.
Whose home address?
Aaron's.
Oh.
find... Still working on getting Jaren.
It's very personal. At this
It
point.
is.
Oh, it's extremely
Start
personal.
yourself an 8-count long-term project. Find Jaren.
Oh, we've already done
It's
that.
already
Oh,
done.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. We're 2 ticks along.
Okay.
And it was a 6 segment for that one.
A 6 sec. Okay, then that's fine. Yeah. What are you giving me for?
I'm going to sway people to talk to me.
Ooh.
Okay.
So either being nice or being pointed with people. Really depends. I'm finding people that he's pissed off.
Yeah, you find. Well, you happen to find. You know some blue coats. Lewitt and Mira. They are basically there's some constables who do the beat here in Crowsfoot, and they're currently running like a protection racket with some of the stores.
Okay.
And but you kind of have an in with them. So
It's like the 2 people that I get along with in the blue coats.
yeah, they're like Rubik's. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah, Lewitt.
Now, you know I was detained for a short bit.
I heard about that. Quite the mess.
Yes.
You're looking okay. Still got all your teeth.
Yes, well, the gentleman who decided to have his licks, it's like a soft teddy bear, really.
Ah.
But it's the principle of the matter.
And Lewitt looks at Mary. He's like, "I told you we're hiring some softies lately. If it had been me in there, well." He like realizes, oh, maybe I should I shouldn't threaten you right now.
If it had been
Rubik
me in
just
there
has
punching
that,
him in the face.
Uncanny smile that just silences him.
Well, what do you want to know?
I'm looking for where Jaren resides.
Jaren.
He's a
Don't know him.
archivist, little bookworm, so to speak.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, we don't run into them too often. He looks at Mira like reading, and she just like kind of looks at him. And he's like, "Well, sure. For the right price, we'll find you some information." And that's the point you're spending. So give me a sway, I guess, or what are you doing? Consort sway.
Sway.
Yeah. Okay. Give me that.
God damn it.
4, 2 ticks on the clock.
2 ticks. Good enough. Alrighty. And that's all I had to do.
Yeah, he drops off like a note. There's like a neighborhood. It's like, sorry, couldn't get the it's in Mira's handwriting. It's like couldn't get the specific address, but look in this area. It's like a 2 or 3 block radius.
Okay.
I'll figure out what district that's part of once you get the full thing. But yeah, so Croak. Bell says, well, if it's so strange being back, he's
Dreadful, isn't it?
yeah, they look around and they just say, it just, I don't know, I've always thought of the place as home, and now I don't know what to do. Like I can't go back to the crows. They'll flay me.
You could lay low with us for a moment, but we might put you to work.
Really?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I don't have a place to stay or anything, but Yeah, I'll find a place and I'll tell you where I am. You can come get me. Have me run errands.
Just remember, it's a secret. Don't let anyone know.
You can trust me.
And, I give them this look like, of course I trust you, even though I probably shouldn't.
So we're gonna add Bell as a cohort as well.
Yay. Are they a contact or a cohort?
I think they're a cohort.
Cohort Bell. Quality 1, unreliable.
Yeah. Yeah. What are we gonna order some tags for Bell?
Yeah,
Independent works.
Independent's definitely the tag we're giving Bell. Quality 1. Bell's specialty is finding things.
Bell, I need a crossbow.
And what is
We'll call
there?
Bell a runner.
A runner. Yeah, that's a good one.
/ career. And they are independent. And how can we make them just so soft and cuddly?
I think
Unreliable?
unreliable. Yeah, like I was trying because that was my first guess. I was like, how does that work with independent? And I think it's that Bell does stuff for you basically, but you can't always just get in touch with Bell.
Yeah, they're not always available, but they
Yeah.
kind of operate on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're definitely not loyal. And
No.
They're definitely not fearsome or tenacious.
Fearsome. Fearsome Bell. Roar.
I mean, Wild would also be appropriate, but just in the sense of like
Yeah.
loose-tongued. Would totally like I could see justifications for all of them, but I think unreliable is the most
Yeah.
Yeah.
relevant
Yeah.
one.
Unreliable seems to feel right given how I've been playing them. So
Yeah, exactly. They kind of come in and out.
So I love the fact that Andrel's one of our cohorts now, but he still doesn't recognize me.
Well, I mean,
Oh, why would he?
He's a
Yeah.
I know, it's great.
he's
He's
a
been in
co-
disguise every time he's seen you.
yeah. I mean, and he's kind of a cohort through me. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's very specifically kind of that way.
Met him twice, it's fine.
But
okay, so you've got one of two options,
So-
I guess, if you
so-
want to do something for the hive. Oh, sure.
I was just gonna say, so I guess we're hanging out at the base, or at least I would be, at in the under the bridge substation
Yeah, L71.
L71. Yeah.
Yeah, at some point Croak shows up of
Yeah.
all people.
Yeah. Croak shows back up after like a month of being away, and it's like,
And just the bomb flickering in the corner too.
It's not a bomb. It's not a
We
bomb.
don't know that.
Told you, it's an unstable extra-dimensional portal tearing device.
okay.
Well, and I guess you get to see the magnificent painting as well.
Magnificent.
Yeah, so they saunter on in. and-
But yeah, I have like my luggage with me, and classic like traveler.
Nice
look. I have
trip.
a hat that I didn't have before.
Had a good time. Welcome back.
What? Oh, hello, Cricket.
So where the heck did you go? Could have used you. How to tailor everything.
Just here and there. The Severos.
You went all the way to Severos?
The marvel of lightning rails connecting a vast empire.
You went to Severos and left that thing in the corner.
Oh, is it on? And I go over and like mess with it a little bit. Well, it's a good thing my trip wasn't
Long.
longer.
Okay, well, wait, whoa, wait, what would have happened if it had been longer? What was
You know
the,
what?
what did that thing? What does that thing even do?
I don't want to know.
It's still experimental, Cricket. It doesn't do anything yet. At least nothing deliberate.
Just drop it, Cricket.
Anyways, we're probably not being.
Yeah, no,
hunted by
it's
it.
fine. It's
Probably.
totally fine. Rubik's, you went to talk to that woman, didn't you? The one you know, or know now. What did you get from that? Anything?
Yes. Well, good news and bad news. Good news. She wants to talk to Andro. Well, not her. She wants connections with him
Why is that good news?
because it's comparative.
Andrel is our thing. My
Yes, how is
my
Andrel?
thing. He's
Well,
fine,
the
thank you.
comparative news is they want a cut. No, they want their money out of the Red Sashes for their drug trade.
So is this money that the Red Sashes are supposed to have been paying, or is this money that they're now wanting from the Red Sashes retroactively for like whatever they're doing?
Or as much as I can tell, she seemed she wanted the first.
Does it matter?
Probably the second as
I mean,
well.
Based on what you found out, essentially the Red Sashes are getting their drugs from people other than the Hive.
Yeah.
And the
And the
Hive
Hive's like, no.
Hive wants their money.
I mean, all I'm thinking is if we take that second one, because I don't want anybody talking to Andrew. Andrew, we're not doing that first one. That's soft sable. No. I just convinced him. To start working with us. Do not scare him away with scary Hive people talking to him about scary Hive things.
Oh, this Hive isn't that scary as long as we play within their rules.
They're the nice kinds of mobsters. No, they're very organized.
Not
They're just like a
blue
normal
coat.
house, really.
That's even worse. They write it all down and then they come back and then they find things that they wrote down. Anyway, not what I was getting at. What I was getting at is if we do the second one, then we don't want to make the Red Sashes mad. Because we're kind of on good terms with Malera, and I would rather not Malera be mad at me. Because I don't know if you know, like, Eruvian punishment, judgment kind of stuff. It's not good. Don't want it.
Okay, no explosions on this job. It's fine. And I like put away.
So what I'm thinking is if we can find out who they're getting the drugs from, we don't even need to talk to the Red Sashes. We just need to like quietly just kind of, cut off that with the scissors, that connection, and then they'll have to go to the Hive, and we can just claim credit for it because it's our. I mean, we did it.
Well, that would basically have to leave them dead, that connection, or in such a way that it can't come back to us. Otherwise, your
the
Red
explosions are back on when I start.
But that like you're piling like alchemical stuff onto the table, and I'm going like no, like actually, we go to them, we talk real nice with whoever it is, we do a thing for them, and then they do a thing for us in that they don't trade drugs with the Sashes anymore. See?
Why don't we just spoil their supply, ruin their reputation, drive them out of business, and then the Hive can take over?
Exactly. See, Croak, this is why I missed you.
I mean,
I can make something. You just need to get it in there, into their supply.
how many people is that going to kill, though? You take drugs.
No.
People take drugs.
Yes?
They won't be able to distribute all of the drugs before people start dying. It'll just be a few.
A couple hundred at
Yeah,
worst.
but, like, think about it. If it were like that kid you always hang out with, for example.
He's at least smart enough not to do anything like that. By the way, he's going to be living with us for a while.
What?
Anyways, so back to business.
I'm, like, looking around as if he's gonna, like, appear magically.
He's going to be
Do we
living.
like go to planning montage here, or is Cricket like vehemently opposed to the idea? of
No,
this?
I'm not vehemently opposed. Like, this is just, like, a little bit of color. Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
So we can go to a job type, I suppose.
Which I guess will be covert, like, infiltration, stealth. If it's gonna be poisoning the drug supply of whoever the
Stealth?
people are, it would just be stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Let me see. Oh, wait.
So this is how the job's gonna go. lays down paper, starts writing.
For stealth, you need an entry point.
Yes, we do.
So we need to figure out who the hell their supplier is and how they're getting their drugs into the city.
Yes, and that is
So I
something
guess
that-
so I guess this is one of those things where it's like Sean will tell us, and then retroactively we will say how we learned.
Is it one of those things where I'll tell you that? Oh, hold on.
I don't know. Is it?
Or
No, it's yeah. It's
alternately, we spend 1 coin from the crew and do an additional
Downtime
gather
action
info,
to gather info,
downtime action to figure it out,
and that'll help us with our engagement roll as well,
yes.
or it should.
right?
So let's do that.
yeah. Who's gonna do the downtime?
So one of us is going to
Oh.
spend a coin, and then Rubik's is going to gather info because Rubik's is Rubik's.
Yes, Rubik's is Rubik's. So I think spending coin gets us the additional die on
Yes,
that? Or?
no. Spending coin just gives us the actual additional downtime to do it in. Wait, don't you have a bonus downtime?
No,
Oh, right.
No.
Every downtime I have a bonus downtime. Yeah, so we're going to do that.
sure.
I mean, I know technically it wasn't like an official downtime. It was just like time has
I feel
passed.
like let's just spend the coin.
Oh,
I
all
feel-
right, all right.
No, I got calculating.
We
This
can-
is exactly why I have calculating.
We can spend the coin. It's fine. This is
But this is like a bonus. This isn't like the actual
downtime. 'Cause
post. This is
to
part
be
where
fair-
we're breaking the structure of the game,
Yeah.
so I don't feel like it's fair to.
That's fair. I mean,
We'll spend the
Yeah,
coin. We'll spend the coin for an
yeah,
additional
Yeah,
downtime.
Yeah, let's do the coin.
So Rubik's gather info for us.
I most definitely will. And just the one die?
Wait,
What are you
I mean,
doing
you're
to
gathering
gather
info. What stat are you using? Consort, right?
Consort, yes.
So consort.
Yes.
Consort with the bonus, or no,
No.
because we're not doing engagement roll
Yeah.
right now.
3, 4. Okay. Give me 1 moment to go look at. Yeah, the suppliers for
It's gonna be like the Foghounds or some stupid bastards.
it's the wraiths actually.
It's the Wraiths!
Yeah, so the wraiths are currently
These are like the
working-
least likely for us to be able to sneak up on them guys.
Why is that?
Because they're the sneakiest guys!
Look, if it was easy,
Sneak,
we'd be
recognize.
playing a different game.
Sneak, recognize, sneak. Okay.
They're not getting their drugs from like a gang of orphans.
I mean, I'm not complaining necessarily. I'm just like, oh, curse our luck, you know?
Yeah, they're a mysterious crew of masked thieves and spies.
They're just like another us. But
Yeah, they're just
tier 2.
better us.
But yeah, but tier 2, yeah.
Whatever, we fought tier 2 before.
We're very nearly tier 2. We're close.
No, we're not. We're not even tier
We're
1.
so close.
Yeah,
We're
and the
just
reason
close.
it's the wraiths don't usually deal with like luxury items and stuff like that. But what they've been doing lately is the red sashes are known for like the quality of their product, and so the wraiths have been helping that along and getting a pretty lucrative deal from the red sashes to do so.
Yeah.
And since the red sashes are kind of on the up and up in Crow's Foot, they were like, well, maybe we should expand our business a little bit.
Well, that was a wrong choice.
It's no,
So we're going to poison the race drug supply.
Essentially.
So presumably Rubik's found out where that drug supply is.
I kind of
um,
imagine that we want
yeah,
to
so-
identify the like way that they smuggle in their drugs,
Oh, yeah, I guess.
or where they make them, depending on which method they're using.
yeah, they smuggle them in. So because it's not something they get locally, which is why they're able to command like a higher price for it. So yeah, the wraiths, their operation at the moment is working out of the docks. At least this part of it. Normally they're working out of like Night Market and Silk Shore.
Okay.
So,
So how do we want to do this, team?
do you want to basically heist the shipment or do it then, or what? Do you want to get on the ship somehow?
I think we want to get on the ship, fly it in and out, while one or two of us run distraction.
Yeah, like it's most vulnerable right as it's being
Yeah.
kind of brought in, right? Like,
Yeah.
so when the ship docks, we go in.
Yeah, when the ship docks and they're doing like offloading, we'll go for it.
Okay, that sounds good.
Because all that stuff would take time.
Yeah.
And there's like a
Yeah,
good window there
and it's
where-
probably sits in the harbor for like a little while anyway, because
there's all the like legitimate cargo that's got to
Mhm.
be moved with it. And
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
let's.
do you want to do that? Do you want to like sneak on board while the legitimate cargo is being offloaded?
Yeah,
and then-
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Then let's do an engagement roll. Rubik shooting at your +1 die.
Alright.
They are. They have pretty regular security, so 2 dice. They're a higher tier. 2 dice is what we're going to be doing. They're a tier higher than 2 tiers
You
higher.
guys?
Yeah, 2 dice.
Oh,
Oh, that's not good.
Ripskis.
What
does that mean for us, Sean?
What does that mean for you? Let's find out.
I don't know why, but that came into my brain as like the Pippi Longstockings theme music like tune.
Nice. Who do we have here?
It means get fucked us.
yeah, I think they get the jump on us, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, well, something happens. They do. What do they do? Yeah, I think the wraiths are kind of expecting you. I think.
Freaking Bell tipped him off, didn't he?
Yes. No.
Didn't they? Sorry.
They would not do that to you. So yeah, what happens is you go to the docks and you get to the ship and you go through like all the who's going in.
I mean, I am the obvious choice for
And
entry.
so what are the other two of you doing? What's your part in this scheme, I guess, is my question.
I think we're trying to get some sort of distraction going. So either we're going to go big and loud with Croak's explosives, or we're going to go and try to get someone else to run interference for us, like someone pretending to be an inspector. In fact, that's what it is. I'm pretending to be an inspector.
Okay, you're pretending.
We're actually not an inspector, a Ministry of Trade.
Yeah, an inspector for the Ministry of Trade. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, why don't the three of us just go in together then? As a we're like the little detachment of Board of Trade people who come to like do customs on the ship, and then I can do the actual like poisoning, etc. with Cricket.
That's good.
Yeah, we can do that.
So they're like, yeah, you'll see all the paperwork's in order. There's a kind of a very very frantic and anxious Akarosi woman, and she's just like, oh, yeah, our paperwork's in order. Sure, just everything is fine. Why is the Ministry of Trade here? We just deal with stuff on the docks usually.
Actually, I'm going to see if there's an actual discrepancy in their writings at all.
I mean, you can find something or make something up. It's like, oh, you're
Okay.
I mean, something
feel
bad
like-
is gonna
well,
happen.
According to your papers here, your trade or your back cargo is actually expired by a week.
Oh, I told them to file the right. Okay, fine. Come with me. We'll go talk to the captain, and she leads you in, and you get there, and there's like couple people on board who are like unloading stuff and kind of you're getting in the position to unload stuff.
Yeah.
And you get to the cargo hold,
Cool.
where the captain's on deck to meet you, rather. And you notice at that point, like the captain's talking to you, like, is everything is everything in order?
Yeah.
Let me take a look at that paperwork. And it's at that point you notice that the plank to the docks has been pulled up while you were chatting. And at that point,
Ambush.
the people who are on board, they're like, well,
Oh shit!
like Ministry of Trade, eh?
Fuck.
Also, everyone's light load for this, right?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. Load. It's like you're it's like you think we don't keep an eye on that sort of thing, Firebirds? The captain says.
And how many people have we seen so far on the ship?
You've seen 6 or 7 of them.
And it's like a relatively small cargo
Yeah,
ship.
it's like a small, a small cargo ship.
Okay, so we're like on deck. You said.
Yeah, you're on the deck.
All right, so reflexes demands that when there is a question as to who acts first, it's me. So
It's you. Yeah.
So
Yeah, you notice that like the other people are going for their weapons.
other people are going for their
Yeah,
weapons.
the captain has not yet.
I'm assuming, like, and in my head, this is kind of what the terrain looks like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like shipping containers sort of thing, like.
Yeah, there's like crates. I mean, on deck, there's not too much stuff right now. That would be down in the hold, but there are a few things that have been brought
But
up.
But like,
like a-
are there obstacles to break line of sight? Is kind of what I'm
There's
asking.
definitely there's like barrels and stuff on deck.
It's like a
there's
steamship, right?
rigging.
So it's metal hull,
Yeah.
quite
Okay,
like fairly large.
so my game plan is before anyone can pull a gun or do anything like that, as soon as I hear Ministry of Trade, huh? In that like, like, oh, we're screwed kind of mentality. Cricket's already moving and like over the edge of the boat, like hanging over the edge, like looking for a porthole to just like slide down to, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so you want
It's just like a dive, yeah. Basically.
Sure. Give me this is risky, and I think you'll have limited effect at the moment because
I will Devil's Footsteps to take that to standard.
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that then.
Okay, so the Devil's Footsteps means I move very quickly and do things that no mortal could do reasonably.
So this is just like you vault over the edge and then are like
Yeah, I basically like
down the side of the boat on your fingertips.
yeah, like I try to like slow my descent with my shoes and my fingers. Let me see here. I guess it's a prowl and it's risky and it's standard and no bonus die. 4.
3, 4, 2. Okay, you hesitate. Minor consequence, minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect. You end up in a risky position. So if you basically, what's going to happen? You could choose to do something else in the circumstance, but if you do make it through, you like just leap over the edge and you just do like a gracious swan dive.
Just like into the water.
And you catch yourself on like the edge of a porthole, which happens to be open, and you just like handstand on it and spring yourself back in through the so now you're in like the actual cargo
Just
hold.
like into the cargo hold and like
Yeah.
behind a crate. Yeah,
So you're behind a crate, but there are like two guys down here.
that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, so you're in a
Does that put me in a desperate situation then?
oh wait, yeah, because I was reading Controlled is what I was doing. That's why.
Yeah,
That's why
because I would
you-
succeed, but something bad, and the bad thing is the situation is now desperate because there's 2 dudes down there just kind of like saw me jumping through the window, like.
Well, they haven't seen you yet, but yeah, they're
Well, maybe
it's
they
cramped-
did. Maybe
it's
that's why.
cramped down here. Like it's really like there's and you don't know your way. It's kind of dark.
Yeah.
There's a little. I mean, there's some lighting, but you don't know your way around, so you're in a desperate position when you deal with these guys right off the bat. Croak. Well, wait, the both of you are not.
Hang on. I haven't taken a consequence for this really, so I guess I have to resolve the desperate situation if the consequence is that I go up to a desperate situation, or what?
Well, or she could resist.
Yeah, or you could resist. I mean, the situation is you're trapped down there with like 2 armed people, and there's not like an easy way to get around them.
Okay. Cool. Desperate situation then. Let's do that. I'm gonna see if I have anything I can do. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I was like, I've got to think of
that's
my
fine.
next plan here, so I gotta.
I have an idea.
So Croak and Rubik's, you unfortunately do not have reflexes.
No, we definitely do not.
So the
So
captain is going to grab you, Rubik's, and you're going to need to either accept the fact that you're like pinned or resist that.
you know what? I'm going to accept the fact that I'm grabbed right now,
Okay.
but I'm going to start talking to him.
Sure.
We're gonna see how well this goes.
Yeah, we'll let you talk in just a second then while you're pinned. And Croak, you are like someone comes swinging at you. Like you see someone rushing at you with a knife. And so you are in a desperate position here because you're up against like one of the railings or whatnot. So
Yeah, and I was not ready for this.
yeah.
Bye, guys.
And I'm like quite close to Rubik's as well.
Yes, yeah. Rubik's is like on like probably about 5 to 6 feet away from you.
Why do I always get grabbed by the big guy?
It's because the big guys
Captain's not that big.
they want to beat your face in.
I'm just gonna try to give this guy the slip, I think.
Okay.
Coming at me with a knife and I'm like cornered, but I'll just try to like dodge the first swing of the knife and then like slip around him.
Sure.
So I have like a little bit of space out on the ship.
Yeah, what do you want to use to do this?
So I guess it's either prowl or finesse, whichever. I'm gonna say prowl just because it's a roguish, dexterous, athletic thing.
And that's
Give me
Trying to, like, elude this
a
guy.
desperate standard.
Great. What could possibly go wrong? Does anyone have a devil's bargain for me?
I'm trying to think of one.
You go
Yeah,
over the
same.
edge.
The first one is always the hardest. First one of the night.
Yeah, I would say go. You end up taking a dive off the edge.
Like you're hanging off the edge of the ship.
Yeah, I can avoid getting knifed by putting myself
By
off the edge.
flipping
Hopefully.
over to the side kind of thing, yeah.
I am no
Again,
cricket.
this is alone.
But maybe I try to follow cricket. Maybe this is my mentality. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to.
You fucking slurp your way down the side.
Yeah. I'm sticky. It could work. I get a 3.
Oh.
Bye.
So yeah, I just kind of like he's coming at me with a knife or whatever, and so I just like panic and like turn to run, but just like run directly into the railing, which is at waist height, and just like pitch over the railing.
Oh.
And then what happens?
Yeah. So what happens is you are now hanging by one hand off of this off of the railing of the ship, and you, as you were going over, you took a level 2 harm in the side.
Oh, like I still get knifed.
Yeah, because you rolled a 3. So
Well, I would certainly like to resist the harm.
Maybe
Start.
armor?
I mean, maybe I was ready for trouble. So we'll use one of my load. So I have armor
yeah.
to stop the knife. but then I want to resist this whole hanging by one hand, about to plummet to my doom.
Okay, I'll let you use the armor to diss the knife, and then resist.
And do I fully resist the knife, or do I still take a?
What do we do with the knife? I think bruised, level 1 harm bruised is what you're
Okay,
gonna.
cool.
It catches your armor, but it still hurts, and you like
Um,
slam into the side as you're on. The
Yeah, and of course, yeah. I think to like that ends up like pushing me, harder and like making the whole impact more severe. Okay, and then yeah, so I go over and I think rather than rather than grab on, I'm
Mhm.
just going to like there's just that really loud like skin on glass sound as Croak just like stickily slides down the side of it, leaving this like greasy trail.
Like mucus trail.
Sure.
And I'll aim for the same porthole as Cricket.
Sure.
Uh, and I'm resisting with prowess, I
That
guess.
sounds about right.
Take 2 stress.
2 stress.
It's not the worst ever.
So you unfortunately do not go unnoticed when you enter the porthole.
Well, it's like really loud and clumsy, and there's lots of clattering and
Yeah, and Cricket just managed. You like step to the side real quick as you hear Croak coming in. Rubix, you are all alone
I
again,
am in a lot of trouble right now.
I hear
betrayed
like
by
a-
your so-called friends.
No
Well,
way. This is
I
about
am giving Catalyst a chance to play up that trauma. That's gift.
before we figure out what happens to Rubik's, can we take a quick break and be back after the break to figure out if Rubik's
Wow,
gets
that's 10.
his absolute clock cleaned or not? Let's find out.
We'll be
Well, that
back.
sounds nice. They're
We'll-
gonna clean.
We'll be back, everyone. 5 minutes. BRB.